excellent punt. This offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense in this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, it's now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say,
there he goes, right side. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Seattle. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
On first down, Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Seahawks. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 41, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson. So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 37. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Touchdown! That's caught. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. So we are at halftime here. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there. They'll begin the drive with Carson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still second down.
On second down, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Wilson now to throw on third down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That catch good for only a couple.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Escaping and a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very fickle man.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. And his kick here is good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Back now in Seattle, Washington, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Partner, the tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They run it with Carson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Second and 6. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. To throw is Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Flush to his right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Wilson to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Throwing now is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. Here's Wilson. Got him in. It's Brown. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Jags are going to take possession here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.